rule. She was like, treat people how you want to be treated. And that is always how I think about it. I felt like I had to protect myself from being hurt from people that I love. But I couldn't figure out how I was gonna make it.
When she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house. Ooh. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife. Right. It's plotting to steal her husband to cover up the fact that she's a dyke and she had just got caught beating that girlfriend of hers up down there in Aruba somewhere or something like that.
It looks like Alicia Keys didn't just clap back. She came swinging with a bombshell. She straight up accused Lala Anthony of being secretly engaged to her husband, Swizz Beatz. And the way she let it out wasn't quiet at all. This wasn't no backstage whisper. Alicia allegedly aired it loud enough for the whole world to hear, flipping a harmless little rumor into a trending scandal that had everybody talking. But here's the shocking twist. When you dig a little deeper, it doesn't feel like Alicia just snapped out of nowhere. It's starting to look like a messy chess game that's been brewing for years. Was Lala really out here trying to live a double life, or is somebody behind the curtain pulling strings and creating chaos on purpose? Because now we got old photos, shady captions, and insider whispers, and trust me, the puzzle pieces don't line up at all. Word on the streets is Alicia went public with these accusations. And the second she did, people started side-eyeing not just her marriage, but her entire circle. The internet detectives wasted no time pulling up receipts. Little moments from years ago that we all saw but never thought twice about until now. And once those dots started connecting, the whole situation exploded online. Every single post, tweet, and sighting became gasoline on the fire, making the scandal spread like wildfire. An insider even claimed Alicia didn't just stumble onto these rumors out of nowhere. She's been clocking suspicious behavior for a while, strange late-night meetups, cryptic Instagram posts, and even texts that felt off. Suddenly, all those random things make way too much sense. So now the burning question is, did Alicia finally uncover the real truth? Or did she already know the whole time and just decide she's done playing the perfect smiling wife? Because if these rumors are true, this secret engagement has been happening right under her nose for years. And that's the kind of betrayal no one forgets. It's like the deeper you dig, the dirtier it gets. These so-called cover-up relationships and perfectly staged appearances, they're starting to look less like coincidences and more like a carefully planned script straight out of a soap opera. The internet didn't waste a second before blowing it all up, with reactions flying faster than a trending hashtag. Some folks were shocked, some laughed it off, and others went straight for the jugular with savage shade. One fan didn't hold back, posting, "Wait, Swizz Beatz and Lala Anthony are allegedly having an affair? Well, Alicia Keys, it's called karma, baby." You could practically hear the eye roll dripping through the screen. And honestly, people weren't just talking. They were chanting those famous words Alicia once sang herself. What goes around comes around. Ain't it wild how her own song Karma got thrown right back at her like a boomerang? The comment section turned into a battlefield with fans dragging up Alicia and Swizz's messy start. Nobody forgot how they first linked up, and now it's like history is trying to repeat itself. Only this time, Lala is allegedly sliding into the storyline. Every comment had that low hum of drama buzzing underneath, like the internet could already smell something foul in the air. But here's where it gets real ugly. The first time whispers of Lala and Swizz started spreading, Swizz himself jumped out like a one-man PR army. And remember, this wasn't just gossip cooked up by some random blog. Oh no, radio host Ms. Jones came out saying someone from Swizz's own circle allegedly sent her a DM claiming Lala was in love with Swizz, but he made it clear he wasn't leaving Alicia for her. That's not just tea, that's boiling lava.
Did you know each other before?
Her best friend was a rapper in my class, and she used to always tell me like, man, you gotta meet Ali, you gotta meet Ali. She's doing music, you doing music. And one day she finally came to pick up from school, and she was like, Swizz, come here, this is Ali, that's what I'm talking about. And I remember her having on a purple Columbia jacket, Tim Scully. I mean, she looked harder than me. I was like, okay, you know. Yeah, so that was the first time, but I didn't get the number at that time. She was playing very hard to get.
Yeah.
But I found.
And Swizz, he didn't sit back quiet. He stormed into the comment section himself like he was ready for war, typing out that now infamous clapback, "Knock it the F off, ZZZ." He wanted the world to know he wasn't playing games, but honestly, by then the fire was already raging. And apparently Alicia bought every bit of it. Because Swizz didn't just deny the rumors, he went full-on love bomb king to prove his devotion. For her birthday, he dropped a gift so outrageous it took 2 whole months just to arrive. A custom Maybach worth a jaw-dropping $300,000.
Period, huh?
All right, so you pulling it back? Ready?
I don't know how to do this.
You just go like this and you pull it.
Yeah, pull it back. Follow easier. Sheesh.
It's crazy.
Nah, that's... Sheesh.
It's crazy.
Nah, in person?
Can you imagine pulling up to your driveway and seeing that kind of present waiting? But Swizz didn't stop there. He hit the studio and turned romance into a remix. Linking up with rapper Marv Millie, they cooked up tracks praising Alicia's artistry, her heart, her legacy, even going as far as to call her the R&B Rosa Parks. Like, what? How did Rosa even get dragged into this love fest? It was over-the-top gifts, public declarations, and non-stop grand gestures all rolled into one big show. Now, here's the kicker. Those gestures don't look so innocent anymore. Today, with Alicia putting Lala's name in the middle of a secret engagement scandal, people are side-eyeing those flashy birthday surprises all over again. Were they really about love, or were they carefully planned distractions to keep Alicia from peeking too close behind the curtain? And just when you think the drama stops with Lala, boom! Another curveball hits. Word on the curb is Swizz might have gotten somebody else pregnant. And no, not Alicia, not even Lala, but allegedly another woman completely. And get this, the whispers claim she's a white girl. Fans were shook, screaming online, "Wait! Swizz Beatz' side chick is pregnant and she's white? Oh, Alicia Keys, oh no!" But nothing in this saga is ever that simple. Some people are convinced the mystery woman is nothing more than a smokescreen. They believe the pregnancy rumor is just a cover to hide Lala's name from dominating the headlines again. If that's true, then Alicia might have been living inside a slow-motion scandal for years, smiling for the cameras while everyone else was too busy gossiping to notice the storm building right under her nose. Every layer of this story just keeps stacking higher, like tea bags dunked one after the other, boiling hotter every time. And honestly, it makes sense why Alicia finally snapped and dragged that secret engagement out into the open. At this point, the history, the whispers, and the smoke signals were too big to ignore. It was all bound to catch up eventually. And speaking of history, let's not act brand new. This ain't the first time Lala and Swizz's names got tangled together. Long before this so-called engagement scandal, folks had already been side-eyeing their chemistry. Their energy was just a little too comfortable, and the streets don't miss those kinds of details. Back when Lala was still married to Carmelo Anthony, she and Swizz were spotted together more than a few times. And if you were really paying attention, their body language was screaming louder than words. Lingering looks, those sneaky smiles that lasted a second too long, quiet little side conversations that felt way more personal than friendly. People were already whispering, "Ooh, something's up." Remember that event where Alicia and Swizz were all cuddled up with her showing off that bare-faced, no-makeup look? Well, just a few feet away, folks swear Lala and Swizz were locked in their own bubble. Same vibe, same smiles that stretched just a little past the friendly line. It didn't look messy on the surface, but it also didn't scream innocent either. And don't forget the Met Gala. Cameras caught Lala interviewing Swizz right on the red carpet, laughing, complimenting him, keeping that conversation flowing smooth like butter. Swizz was grinning, chuckling, matching her energy, and while it wasn't blatantly flirty, it was enough to make people raise their eyebrows.
Looks of the night, bro. You know, you're not doing too bad yourself. You come through and shut it down every single time. Tell me what you both are looking forward to tonight.
Just having fun and seeing a lot of people we haven't seen in a long time. you know, this is a night of art, supporting the Met as artists and collectors ourselves, and we just want to have fun and just have that New York state of mind.
Of course, you have so many big New York records.
The body language told its own story, whether they admitted it or not. So honestly, by the time this secret engagement talk surfaced, plenty of people weren't even shocked. For them, it wasn't a twist. It was confirmation of something they already suspected years ago. Some people are saying this whole mess feels like the natural endgame, a storyline that's been bubbling under the surface for years, just waiting for its moment to explode. The energy between Lala and Swizz was never just casual there. It's like it's been shimmering in the background, waiting for the right spark to finally catch fire. But here's the part that really makes me side-eye Lala. If you look close, it almost feels like she's been playing this game with precision for years. Every single time the blogs start connecting her to Swizz, boom, suddenly another man pops up in her orbit like clockwork. First, it was that New York entrepreneur named Bear. Before that, some mystery guy who never even got identified. And the pattern, always the same. She never confirms, she never denies. She just lets the rumors simmer and lets the internet cook up the narrative for her. Genius or calculated. And notice, never any couple pics on Instagram, no soft launch boyfriend reveals, no gushy captions, nothing. That silence is powerful, because while the public is busy running wild with side stories and side quests, the real storyline, her connection to Swizz, stays blurred in the background. If that's the move she's been running all along, that's PR mastermind energy right there. She's controlling the story without saying a single word. But here's where it starts unraveling. Because no matter how many distractions you throw, you can't dodge Alicia Keys calling you out directly. Once Alicia dropped that name in the middle of a secret engagement scandal, all the smokescreens, the whispers, the clever misdirections suddenly looked exactly like what they were. Cover-ups for the main drama. And let's not forget the receipts on Alicia and Swizz themselves. The internet sure didn't. Back in 2010, the same year Alicia and Swizz tied the knot, Swizz divorced his then-wife Mashonda Tefrere, who openly accused him of cheating and claimed Alicia knew he was still married when they started. Mashonda even said she was blindsided, left in the dark, and had no idea Swizz was about to marry Alicia just months later. Now with Lala's name in the mix, it feels like deja vu all over again. On the outside, they've always tried to sell that picture-perfect blended family. All smiles, all harmony, like nothing bad ever happened. But a lot of fans never bought that fairy tale for a second. One person online summed it up perfectly, saying, Swizz damaged that woman's heart. He didn't create a happy blend. He caused extreme emotional turmoil and is just trying to normalize it through staged media photos. And honestly, that comment hit hard. Because when you zoom in on this current Lala situation, it's giving deja vu all over again. The grand gestures, the flashy gifts, the quiet late-night whispers, the big distractions. Alicia isn't just facing a random scandal here. She's staring down a pattern that's been circling her for years, and this time she's making it clear she's not about to sit back and play the smiling wife while history repeats itself. That's why her calling out Lala isn't just about a secret engagement rumor. It's deeper. Alicia is drawing a line in the sand, saying loud and clear that she's done pretending. If Swizz really thought he could keep spinning the same cycle forever, Alicia just showed him that the script has changed. Now here's the real bombshell. Word on the curb is that Alicia might actually be preparing to file for divorce. And guess what triggered it? Sources claim it's because Swizz allegedly fathered a child outside the marriage. That's not just gossip, that's a whole betrayal that could blow up the entire foundation of their family. Fans are already reacting, with one dropping the cold line, Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz divorcing? Child, how you get him is how you lose him. Whew, that's a sting. But the drama didn't stop there, because apparently Alicia didn't just hear rumors. She allegedly found out through official court-ordered paternity tests. Yes, legal paperwork confirming that her husband had been living another life outside their marriage. That's not whispers, that's facts stamped in black and white. And here's the kicker. This revelation didn't come out of nowhere. It wasn't some random surprise. The timing itself adds another layer to the scandal, making it clear this story has been building quietly in the shadows long before it exploded in public. This bombshell dropped right after Alicia and Swizz celebrated their so-called 15 years of magic anniversary, plastering Instagram with loved-up photos, glowing captions, and picture-perfect smiles. But if the timeline is correct, Alicia may have been holding those paternity test results in her hand while she was posing for those anniversary shots. Can you even imagine smiling for the cameras while secretly knowing your husband has a new baby on the way? That's not just painful. That's diabolical PR control on another level.
We hang out with each other. We go to dinner together. Our family is one big, beautiful family. We're doing Thanksgiving. We're doing the holidays. We'll do a birthday celebration together. It is a beautiful partnership. I'm very, very proud of that. It's a real thing and it's possible.
But here's where the betrayal cuts deeper. This isn't just the usual he stepped out kind of scandal. This is Swizz allegedly fathering a whole child outside the marriage. And that instantly flips the question. Where does Lala fit into all this? Because let's not forget, those secret engagement rumors are still swirling. If Alicia's preparing to end her marriage because of this baby, could that open the door for Lala to slide from the alleged side piece into the official fiancé role? Would Swizz really risk running the exact same playbook all over again? Honestly, it sounds too messy to be real, but the timing is suspiciously perfect. Stack that on top of everything else. Alicia and Swizz's controversial beginning, Mashonda's accusations of betrayal, the staged happy blended family photo ops, and it starts looking less like random bad luck and more like karma finally circling back. What goes around always comes back around, and Alicia might be finding herself on the receiving end of the same kind of scandal she once seemed to benefit from. Think about it. What if Lala really is waiting in the wings? This wouldn't just be some random cheating slip-up. This would be a full-circle replay of 2010. Only this time, Alicia's the one on the losing end of the story. That's what makes the biggest question of all hang in the air. Was this a carefully played long game, or just a string of chaotic coincidences that exploded right on Alicia and Swizz's anniversary? Just when everyone thought the drama couldn't get any hotter, the whispers started spreading even faster. And now the streets are saying Alicia might have been living in denial for way longer than people think. Imagine smiling for anniversary pictures while secretly knowing your husband may have fathered a whole child outside the marriage. That's not just betrayal, that's living in a soap opera with no commercial breaks. And here's where it gets even more tangled. Lala's name is still floating around the story like a shadow nobody can ignore. If Swizz really did step out and father another child, that could be the breaking point Alicia needed to file for divorce. But fans are asking the big question. Could this scandal actually clear the path for Lala to step in as the official fiancé? If so, that's not just messy. That's history flipping on itself in real time. Think about it. Back in 2010, Mashonda claimed she was blindsided when Swizz married Alicia, accusing them of carrying on while he was still legally tied to her. Fast forward to now, and it looks like the same cycle might be circling back, only this time with Alicia standing in Mashonda's old shoes. It's like deja vu, but with way higher stakes, because now there are public anniversaries, blended family photos, and a legacy tied to this marriage. And don't think the fans are letting Alicia slide either. Online comments are wild, with one person writing, "How you get him is how you lose him." Alicia knew what it was back then. That's the kind of reminder that stings, especially when it feels like karma is showing up in broad daylight. So the question that keeps hanging heavy is this. Is Lala the one who's been playing the long game all along? Has she been waiting quietly in the wings for this exact moment? Or is all of this just one giant storm of bad timing that just happened to explode right when Alicia and Swizz were celebrating their so-called 15 years of magic? Either way, the timing is too neat to ignore. At this point, the only thing louder than the rumors is the silence from Alicia, Swizz, and Lala themselves. None of them have stepped forward to shut it down, and that silence is feeding the flames even more. Fans are dissecting every post, every photo, every lyric, trying to spot hidden meanings, and the theories just keep multiplying. Some people swear this whole situation feels like a carefully played long game, with Lala moving quietly in the background while Alicia held on to a marriage already cracking at the seams. Others argue it's just a storm of bad timing where years of whispers and old wounds all collided at once, right on the couple's 15th anniversary. Either way, the timing is too perfect, too suspicious, and too messy to just brush off. And when you stack it against the history, Mashonda's heartbreak, the blended family PR machine, the public anniversary posts, it almost feels like the universe is forcing Alicia to relive the same storyline she once benefited from, only this time she's the one on the losing end. If Lala really is waiting in the wings, then this isn't just a cheating scandal. It's a full circle replay of 2010, only with Alicia on the other side of the heartbreak. So here's the question that everyone's dying to answer. Do you think this was a master plan years in the making? Or just a chaotic twist of fate that blew up in the worst possible way? Was Lala playing the long game? Or did she just happen to be in the right place at the wrong time? Y'all, drop your thoughts in the comments below because this one is too wild not to debate. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you never miss the next scandal we uncover. This story's on fire, and trust me, the next video you see on the screen has even more celebrity drama you don't want to miss. See you on the next one.